let's take you back now to KZN. Something's happening there. That police raid taking place in Phoenix as officers search for guns and ammunition that might have been used in those killings and rioting last month. Well, 36 people, as we know, died in that violence. Dasen Thathiah is still out there. It seems that there is some action. Let's find out from him what it is. Dasen, what is happening at the moment?
Uveka, earlier when I spoke to you, I said that the community was not happy with the police action that was taking place here. There was a raid that was being conducted on our property here, and some of those items were taken out. Since then, you'll see that the police have now formed a barrier here separating the community from that area in which they're working from. You'll see that the community now has gathered just outside, and they are angry about this intervention. But let me get closer to some of the members here. Sir, you were here. We saw a confrontation between police and the community. Why is that happening?
Yeah, that guy that they locked up now is an innocent guy. That man there is selling legal cigarettes and legal stuff. They take all his legal stuff. That man is seized for the that's the only man that's seized for the whole community here. Now what the police are doing wrong is totally wrong, because they had an incident with him about the looting time. They broke him. Now they said they're taking a revenge what they're doing with it. That's totally wrong what they're doing.
So you're saying that there's been a confrontation between police and the suspect before that?
Yes, it happened.
Monday.
It was Monday, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, Monday. But
Monday.
Yeah.
That was Monday. It was a confrontation between the police and him. But so what happens was everything got resolved the same day. And now they're just rocking up to his house and lock him up and say he threatened to kill them, which is not fair.
Some of the police are saying that he was intimidating police officers and they found a gun as well.
No, there was no gun. If they found a gun, they're supposed to arrest him at the same time. Why did they not arrest him? Huh? Where the gun? Okay, if they found a gun, where the gun went? Boss? So why are they coming today? Huh? They're victimizing him. And he's a good one. He's here for all of us. He's here for his people over here. All his bruise. And we all his bruise. We'll still stand against him, with him. Not against him, with him.
We're working for this man.
Just a second.
The government can't give us jobs. We're working for that man there. We'll be able to support our families through that man there. If they're taking him out, we're going to support our families. The government can't give us jobs.
So now the police have told the community to disperse. They've moved you away. What's going to happen now? I know that...
Uhulumeni akasiqashi siyasebenza uyothatha lawo muntu sosebenza lo ube nenkinga nephoyisa iphoyisa manje nenkinga naye libiza obhululi bakhe ukuthi bazomthatha sizosebenza. How are we going to support our families if they take that man there? Even the government can't give us what that man give us.
Yes. Thank you very much. Rebecca, this is the sentiment that I was mentioning to you earlier. So these are neighbors of the property that you're seeing that is being raided behind us. So as you've heard, they have refused to disperse. They say that they'll be here while police do their work, and the reasons, as they've outlined now, they say that the man who is being arrested or has been arrested, they feel is being targeted here. But police nevertheless have moved in. They've ensured that the place is sealed off, and they say that they will be continuing to do their work. They've even moved the crime scene tape further down the road just to allow the other officers inside to do their work.
All right, well, with just a couple of minutes at hand, what do we know about this particular man? What kind of business does he run there? Is it have you been able to gauge that?
Well, this is it. The community says that this is one of the business owners in the area that owns tuck shops or shops. He's got a few of them. This is one of those premises that is being raided now. But as you've heard, there was an altercation between police and him prior to this raid here. Police sources, as I had said to the gentleman I spoke to just now, had indicated that there was at some point a gun that was recovered, and this raid had come after that. The community says that that is not in fact the case. I just want to talk to this gentleman here who was standing near the police line. Sir, what is it that you were discussing with one of the police officers here? I saw that there was a screaming match between both of you.
No, see, I'm sorry, sir, to interrupt the distance, but the process. But I'm ready. I respect the law, but the law sometimes they take the law into their own hand and do what they have to do. You see, and then they assaulted the innocent guy that's disabled, and we all have rights. And it is wrong about what they did, and I don't like that. And they held me up with a gun and they put me on the floor, and they told me if I move they're going to shoot me dead. and all these things. And
Have you opened the case?
No, the case is not open because they got away. They got away because most of the police, they don't do the job right. They are corrupted. They just do what they have to do and they go. They hit an innocent person for nothing. That was wrong.
Okay. Rebecca, just to call your attention to what was happening behind me now. So I mentioned that there was a police line that was put up, and that's where you'll see police officers that stood to prevent the community from coming forward. They've now moved past that police line. Police officers are then now waiting. I think they have addressed some of these community members, and they're trying to ensure that they stay on this side. One of the officers was saying earlier to them that this is an illegal gathering, and the community had responded by saying, what about the march that took place in this area? What about that? So they were arguing that there were more than 100 people. That should have been an illegal gathering, and they don't believe that they should be dispersed from here. The situation now is very tense. There are community members that are shouting at this police line. One of them is that gentleman that I spoke to a short while ago. He's also screaming at police officers, many of them hurling profanity at these officers, accusing them of being heavy-handed, saying that there were incidents prior to today where they'd been confronted. There was another man not far from here who was telling us off camera that he claimed he'd been stopped on his way to work. Police officers had pulled out guns and harassed him, he claims. And this is why, one of the reasons why they are angry and why they are standing up against police officers now.
Well, Dasen, this, of course, is very worrying indeed. I suppose this is the last thing that this community needed as it continues to try to rebuild itself and rebuild those relations. And I wonder if we can get just a little more detail on what the actual issue was with this particular person and police, however long ago it was. Or was it during the time, at the height of the rioting and the looting? Was it in the weeks after that? Is there anybody who can give us some detail in that crowd there?
Yeah, so the crowd seems focused on the incident that happened last week, and that was where the police had confronted this individual. Now, police sources say that this suspect, they claim, was intimidating police officers, and that was one of the things that had led to the raid and to them confronting the suspect. They also claim that there was a gun that was fired, that was retrieved last week, and now in this raid, those items that are there, that are being taken out, police officers again saying that those are looted items. Now, this is something that the community is not willing to engage on. I have spoken to a few of them, not just now, but even prior to us going live, Rebecca, and I've asked them about this. In their opinion, the suspect is a businessman. They say that he's been taking care of the community during the lockdown, and that's also another reason why they have come to his defense. Because they feel that in this community they've looked up to him and he has supported them. But as it stands, he's in handcuffs. I think he's just beyond that police van that you're seeing up at the top. And as far as we understand, again, it's still an active scene, but as far as we understand it, he will be taken away and will be arrested.
Well, Dasen, are you in the same place you were when we spoke about an hour ago, just after 12 o'clock, when I came in? Are you in the same place where we saw them taking back stock, police loading what they suspect might have been looted, or is this a different location now?
Now, this is the same location, Uveka. This is it's just now, as I mentioned, the police have moved further down from where we last spoke just to ensure some crowd control. You see that the crowd has moved further down the road, but police are adamant and they're prepared for any kind of confrontation that may come. And it was building up. It was getting there. There were small numbers of people that were talking to police and asking them why they were here. Police had engaged with them, but eventually, when the numbers started to swell, I mean, I would estimate probably over 50 people just around me now. They were here, and that's when they decided to put this line. Ma'am, what are you saying?
This man is 30 years old. He feeds the community, he helps the community. It's what the government can't even do. He is doing for the community. He worked his way to where he is. These police that come here, they take the looting stuff or whatever looted and they take it for themselves. What justice in this country? This country got no justice. Our justice system is bugging up. Bugging.
Yeah, that was the sentiment, Rebecca, that I was just sharing with you now. I think just a short while ago, this lady just repeated it to you now, that they felt that this was someone that took care of the community. So the concern now is how police are going to manage this crowd. That vehicle, that truck, needs to go down this road and out with those items that they have loaded onto that vehicle. And already the sense that we're getting is that this community is not going to allow that to happen.
Yeah, and that can only mean more trouble, Dasen. Do you want to chat to those gentlemen there? Do you want to maybe just get an idea of what it is they're saying?
I just want to take you to this. Can you call this gentleman for me? Sorry, sir. I heard you saying that you were hit.
Yes. I finished your interview before, but when we asking them for the details of the policeman who hit us, but now they don't want to give it to us. Why? What justice is it? But they hit me for nothing.
But just for the benefit of our viewers, tell me, did you get hit here now, or was this a different incident?
No, in the yard, front of my sister-in-law and brother-in-law. The policeman, I don't even know which policeman hit me. I can even go right up to him now and show you who he hit me. I was in the yard helping my sister-in-law count all the stuff. And there's a time that Indian policeman told a black policeman, and a black policeman just caught me and hit me inside the yard. He was talking to my sister-in-law.
Are you going to be opening a case, sir?
Yes, I want to open a case. Why must I leave it? Obviously. Yeah, black this year, they come here opening false case. Why we can't open a case again? That black guy.
Okay. I hear that the truck is starting up here, Uveka. That's the truck that had been loaded previously. Police officers are now, from what I can see, deliberating there behind this truck. As I mentioned, they will have to pass by this community. But it sounds like there's more than one issue here. On the one side, it's the issue of they don't want this man to be arrested. On the other side, they claim that they, as certain community members, were also attacked by police. And thirdly, they are also angry, I get the sense, from the inaction of police earlier on and during the unrest. So there are just a number of issues. I see that the truck is now reversing, Uveka. It looks like it's going to be taking a different route out of here. There is a side road as well. But as I did mention to that gentleman that I spoke to now, it is important then that especially when there are untested allegations, that the public then opens cases where they need to go to a police station and register these cases, because sometimes in a group it is easy to make allegations, but it's important that those are then tested and investigated as necessary.
Well, Dasen, can you clarify for us exactly now why the owner of that business has been arrested? When we spoke earlier and you were at the same location, that's why I was asking, is because the police were loading a whole lot of goods into the van, suspected looted goods. There was also the issue of a suspected firearm being on that premises. Has he been arrested because he has been found to be in possession of things, or illegally in possession of these things, or in possession of that firearm, or has he been arrested because of his altercation with police? What exactly is it that they are charging at this point?
That's the detail that we're waiting to find out, Uveka, but I just want to clarify one point. So our police sources have said that there was a firearm that was retrieved, but not at this premises. This was the precursor to the raid that we are seeing now. So this was at a separate location, at a separate time. And then there were those claims of intimidation of police officers. So all of that happened prior to today and prior to this raid. And now, during this particular instance, it was those items that were then taken out, and they were then put into the police van, which still needs to be verified. So the understanding then, and we still have yet to confirm this with our official police spokespeople, about exactly what charge he is facing. We did verify that he was put in handcuffs, he was escorted away by police, but we will be trying to get that detail.
All right, and this is the first arrest that we're seeing there, Dasen, at this point. Just a very quick one. Is this the first arrest in these raids today?
Well, in this particular one and in this area, yes, Uveka. Okay. It's unclear now if police will be moving to other areas.
All right. We'll let you keep track. We'll let you follow them as well. Catch up if you can. Dasen Thathiah in Phoenix. They're very tense scenes we saw just a short while ago, and I'm sure, I can bet my life on it, that it won't be the last that we'll see in that area. We're back on the other side of this.